Okay, let me share my. Yeah, yeah, you can keep yourself mute, and when you have questions, you can tell. So let me share my screen, and then let me know once you're able to see my screen. Okay. So I have, I had done few sessions with Sanjay, last four sessions from how to plot indicators and how to set up the cam keyboard setup, right? And some insight I've given. So that I think I'll share the recording links of that. You can go through that. So I'm putting an agenda that what we want to achieve in next few sessions, right? So let me put up this. So one, you might have seen a gap up opening, right? Then we'll do a gap down opening scenario. Then we'll see a range opening, right? When we say range, that means your closing was here and the and it's opening somewhere here in here. Okay. Then we'll cover moving average with pivots, like why how moving average helps you along with pivots and what area it helps you. So that will cover. So you may use PEMA, you may use simple SMA, you can use simple EMA also. There is no hard and fast rule. Then we'll cover like Cambrella L3 and H3 entry, and we'll see why H3 or L3 breakout fails, or even L4 or H4 breakout fails, right? So you might have heard, right, that if this is L3 H3 and this is H4 and this is L3 and L4, the normal funda what says, right? If this breaks, take trade and travel down, right? If this breaks, right? But sometimes what happens? You enter just at the break and the price moves down. When you enter here and the price moves up. So we'll see these scenarios, what is happening, right? And then uh, we, we will see. I posted one question. I'm not sure which group I posted. So I asked a question. I think Siva, you responded, right? You said DRS. I said there is one pattern, beautiful pattern that is coming up in chart, right? Yeah, right. So there is one pattern here, and then there is one pattern I was going through. That's not my pattern. It is by power of stocks. Okay, so that's not my. He has put up. So that will do. And I think this I was feeling very strong pattern. He has said means anyone can do trading in Bank Nifty and Nifty. Any other area you want to cover? Like one is gap up, one is gap down, one is range opening, then PMA with pivots and L3, H4, and these two patterns. Any other? Ah, H5 and L5, right? So here we have H3 and L3, and we have H3 and H4, L3 and H3. So this will cover, right? So no worries. If other topics come, we'll add. So one, two, three, four, five. This will go. So we'll go with this plan, right? So if you're not able to close this in 1 hour, we'll do couple of sessions. Okay. So this I'm rubbing. So this anyways recording, so you can see what we have done there. So when gap up comes in your mind, right? What is your thought process? How how many kinds of gap up can be there? And what do you see as a gap up? Hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, okay. Right. So when so this is your previous close. Okay. So anything above this is opening is your gap up, right? But you have to make sure that opening candle doesn't come and close this gap. Say your price, your opening is here, your closing is here, your opening is here. Okay. You see Bank Nifty is opening here, and this is the gap. Now in first candle or first 5 minute candle, whichever time frame you're using, this even a wick comes here, right? So this gap is no more valid. So don't treat as a gap up. Okay. But if you see a gap here, right? If this gap is maintained, then there is a gap up. Now in gap up, what will happen is you will have two kind of gap up. One is full gap up, and one is partial gap up. So when there is a full gap up, right, you will see market will be almost in trending mode. When there is a partial gap up, I'll tell you what is partial. Market may move up and possibility of coming down back. So you have seen my message in chat room, right? I posted that even in gap up, I have purchased P. Even in gap down, I have purchased C. Right? Now I'll tell you on what scenario I do that. So even like gap down also is full gap down, partial gap down. Okay. Now, so when you have gap up and gap down, so there are actually each of will have two categories, partial and full. Okay. Now I'll tell you what is full and what is partial. Now suppose your day high is this, okay? This candle was day high. Your day close is here, okay? So this is your previous day high, and this is your previous day low, right? When you're marking in your pivot, you're saying previous day high, previous day low, right? Now, if your now this candle is closed here. Now, if your opening is here next day, so there is a gap, right? This candle closed and this. Now, this gap up below PDH is called partial gap up. Okay. And if suppose this is the closing, and now I'll give you for PDL also. Okay, let me complete for. Now, if your opening is here, gap up opening is here above previous day high, this is considered as full gap up. Okay. Now, chances of this is going that it may go to here. Chances of partial gap is what? You have a resistance on the top. It may come to PDH. It may give us quick breakout and come down back. Okay. Or if you have to do that gap up trading on the upside, then you have to wait for this to make a range here and then shoot out. Okay. Now in your PDL, what will happen? Suppose this is your day low candle and your opening is here next day. Sorry, your opening is here. Okay, means there is a gap here. I'm just not drawing it here, but it is above PDL. It is above PDL. Okay, then it is a partial PDL, partial gap down. But if your opening is below, but if opening is gap here below PDL, it's a full gap, full down, full gap down, right? Now this part is clear, right? Sanjay, आ गए? Sanjay, how is your fever? गुड इवनिंग सर, कैसे हो? It- नहीं नहीं, जस्ट यू हैव नॉट, जस्ट 5 मिनट हुआ है। तो ये नाउ दिस क्लियर राइट? फुल गैप अप एंड पार्शियल गैप अप. So you see how many we have? Gap down and partial gap down, right? Have you seen when there is a gap up and you have taken a call entry, immediately the price comes back down here? Have you seen such kind of trade, like, or have you noticed that? Or you have taken a PDL, you have taken a gap down, you purchase P and price shoot up, right? Now, yeah. Now I'll open the charts and I'll open the pivots. I'll show you where is that problem coming, right? Why people get into trouble. So if I open the indicator and then if I open the charts here, okay, I'll just show you. See this? Let me let me close this Pima. So there is a gap up, right? Now this was previous day high. If you see this, opening was above previous day high, but where was the closing? Closing was below PDH. So you have to wait for the first candle to form, right? And if you see it's not closing above PDH, wait for the price to come to the near support. Now if you see it has come to what? H3. It took support here and then it went. Now what if you have entered here only, thinking it's a gap up opening and you purchase a call, what will happen to your trade? You will start seeing, if you go with this concept, it's almost 107 point down, right? That means if you go with premium, your premium will be down by 40 to 50 points. What you will do? You will you will be worried and you may square off the trade and book the loss, or you will wait for trade to go in favor of you, and then sometimes people will fight with the trade, right? So you have to wait for the discount. So this is what called discount price. See, it has opened gap up but didn't close below the PDH, didn't close above the PDH. So whenever you see there is a gap up and it is not breaking the high in first candle, you wait for the first candle breakout to happen on the upside. You wait for the important resistance level to break out and then you plan your trade. Now when you enter here, your stop loss should be very small, just below this PDH. So if you enter here on this candle high, your stop loss will come here. That means 30 points in option. But if had you entered here, your stop loss will be big. See here, in the first candle, if you enter, right? So if you have a PDH at the top, your candle is not closing above the PDH. You wait for the price action to happen. It may reverse back to CPR. It may be reverse back to the other pivot down. Any doubt on this? You have any questions, clarification? You can ask. See, whatever is there, this is just one example, right? I'll come to this. So if your opening is now say your your opening is this gap up, right? Now on this you have PDH, on this you have R1. Wait for both. But if your PDH is here and your R1 is here, there is a gap here, and there is a gap here, right? Say maybe 150 points. So if PDH is taken out with your stop loss below PDH, provided your PDH has not moved, this candle has not coming near to R1, first candle. So you have to see this range of this candle also. What I'm trying to say is your PDH is this, your gap up was here, the second candle, and your R1 is here. The second candle has stood up like this. Now wait for this action to work out. You may see a bearish candle getting formed here. It may come down back to PDH, or you may see a bullish candle here, and then you take a trade on this candle here. Wait for this candle to close here, and then plan your trade. Don't jump here because it is a very big candle. Don't jump. Clear? So if you have important resistance, you wait for those to come out. Now in this setup only you will see I keep telling, right, my favorite setup. Have you seen the message I keep posting that my favorite setup has formed and I'm entered long. So if you see, whenever there is a gap up and there is a rejection, I wait. So this is the first candle, and if there is a support here, and the second candle will form like this, bearish candles. Okay, and if this low is not taken out, right, and the support is making strong resistance, making strong support here, and then I get a bullish signal here. I'll enter on top of this. My first target will be this day high. I'll not go for any other target. If my R1 is here also, I'll not go for this. My first target will be here. But if this range is very big, if you see this one, you can make your first target here, then second target day high, and the third target can be your immediate resistance, whichever is it. It may be H3 if you're using Camarilla, it can be R1 if you're using floor pivot. Okay, you see this setup? So if you enter here, your target is here. First target is this. Then your next target is here. And if the range is very big, if this range is very big, say 100 plus point, make divide this into 50%. So make your target first here and then trail your stop loss if you know how to trail it. Do you guys trail your stop loss? This part is clear, right? Hmm. Yeah. No, wait. See, if you see here, this is PDH. Okay, and there is H4 here. See here, PDH and H4 together are there, right? Now, don't go for short just because you see there is a rejection H4. Sorry, PDH. When you're going for a short, wait for this first candle low to be taken out. This first candle always plays a very important role in your opening session. If there is a bearish candle or bullish candle, wait for its high to be taken out. If it is a bearish, wait for its low to be taken out. Now see its low was taken out, but what you see here, you have an H3 immediately here. It acted as a support and then it went up. But if this gap is very big, right? Now this gap is very narrow, but if this suppose this gap was this H3, H4 was here and H3 is here, then you can plan 50% of the target and it may go up. So don't immediately enter here, just thinking that it will reverse. But see that if there is no gap here, right? So you have to wait for these levels to come out. I normally may give 5 to 10 minutes to market itself. So if you see my entry mostly happens around 9:25, 9:30, that time it will happen. If you see my message which comes, right? So if you see, I allow the first candle to form. If this candle is at important resistance, I wait for the price action to happen. If there are PDH, R1, wait for it to break. Now this candle has broken here, right? 945. So you can go here. My entry will be here. Some people, risky traders, what they do is they enter here. But then if you do some left homework, you may see some resistance. If the seller zone is there, it may revert here, but if buyers are very in strong position, then they will take it up, the price up. ठीक है? So ये एक हुआ है. Then let me show you a partial. No, partial gap up. Yes. Now see this. This was full gap up, PDH. But what is the problem here? It opened directly above R4, H4, not H4, H5 only. Let me shut down this. Let me turn this off. Okay. Yeah. So where it opened, you see, directly H4, PDH, everything is broken, right? So whenever this happens, right? I was not trading on 23rd. If you see this 23rd, same thing has happened. I was not trading on 23rd, but I saw in the morning the market, and I posted one message in the group. I said Bank Nifty had taken up all the levels. Just watch out for previous support. You see this? See, when people say that follow pivots only for the same day, but I normally follow the previous pivots also when they are not touched at all during the trading day. Now this pivot you see, H3. Do you see this 20-second H3? Yes, no, right? See, exactly Bank Nifty has started reversing where this H3 was not touched at all on 22nd, you see. So this was an untouched pivot zone which Bank Nifty had not come here. So I posted a message in the group that previous support, previous resistance can act as a resistance again. And exactly Bank Nifty started taking, resistance here, and then slowly it moved down. Similarly, if you see here on Monday, right? Monday, what will happen? So you'll see here, this zone is very critical. So if you're doing trading on Monday, if there is a gap up, just for mark, make sure this 33753 is taken out based on your opening. So if your opening is just here, see already I have marked my levels. So if the opening is here, I'll wait for this level to come out, and then I'll play these two here. Because if you see here on 16th, the price Bank Nifty has fallen sharply from year to year. So if you see how many points it has come down, almost almost 1400 points, right? So this is strong supply zone. The sellers, the people who have sorted here, they have some stop loss here. And so if the Bank Nifty is opening here and gap up, suppose there is a Monday gap up opening is here, right? Wait for this level. But if it opens, what will happen? I'll tell you how best the Monday trade will happen. Now, if the price is Bank Nifty is opening here, right? What the seller will do, this 16th one, they will increase their stop loss here. Okay. In the pre-open market, they will check where is Bank Nifty opening. If it is opening below their entry zone, they will just increase their stop loss little bit on the top. Okay. And then if Bank Nifty starts forming range here, the sellers will be little worried. And one candle here will hit their results. And then these guys will become buyer and the new buyer will enter and Bank Nifty will boom. I think someone was saying, right, Monday. So that will only happen if this scenario comes place. But if Bank Nifty opens on Monday with a huge gap up, like if you see here, if this is the seller zone, right? If the Bank Nifty opens above this, Their SLs are gone, right? Then you have to wait for price action to happen. Then wait for price to come to your area and then enter. Clear on this, right? I'm sorry, English. Siva and Sanjay, you are okay? I am just taking in English only. Shiv, Sanjay. Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Now, I was talking about gap down, right? अब ये gap down देखो. You'll see here. Closing was here, gap down here, right? First candle is what? Bearish or bullish? Bullish, right? Now, you have a strong support here from the pivot. There is an L4. Now, to go short, I have to wait for this low to break this L4. To go short, I have to break. अरे क्या हुआ ये? What did I select? कुछ तो हुआ है. Okay. So to go short, I have to wait for this L4 to taken out. Yeah, 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 yeah. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Yeah. So to go short, you have to wait for this low to break and give a closure here, and then you can buy for put. Do so if you think there's a gap down and you enter put in first candle, you may get trapped. Just wait, just check where the see in 9:15 market only you'll come to know. Just before 9:15 you can mark your levels. Yeah, do you see this site NSC.com or in trading view only. You in trading view only you will see here where is your market opening. Do you check this guys? Before 9:15. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Great. So if you see now, if I take this example, right, where that went. Now see, no, this is not a huge gap or the gap down, right? So this, if you see, there is no much difference. Yeah, yeah. Okay, it will be backside here. Yeah, this one. Okay. Now on this date, on 14th, before the market opens, you will see in trading view where your bank nifty is opening. Okay. Now bank nifty is not opening below PDL, not opening below my pivots. It's opening above PDL. So that means what kind of gap up is happening? Partial, right? So to make a full gap down, the closing should happen below PDL. Here opening is above below PDL, but closing is above PDL. You see this? Because green candle, right? Green candle means what? Your closing is greater than opening. आपका closing greater से opening से बड़ा है. So your opening PDL के नीचे है, it's below the PDL and closing is above PDL, right? So ये partial gap down में आ गया. Now अगर if you start buying put in first candle 9:15, what will happen? You didn't wait for price action to get complete, but you thought gap down है, so market will go down only. But if you follow the pivot concept here, it PDL के ऊपर close हुआ है और then you have a support here. Let the price come back here. Let the price come back here, and then if it breaks here, then you enter your call put. But if price is not breaking this, and you see a bullish candle appearing here, there is a chance that price will revert back to next pivot. So sometimes, I don't wait for entry or breakup of this. जैसे ही ये कैंडल फॉर्म क्लोज होता है and next candle opens here, I enter. So I was telling you, right, that in gap down I buy CE. So this is where I follow that gap down CE concept. Right, right. So don't what I'm saying, don't go and try tomorrow. But if you see this setup, just see, observe it, okay? Because I am doing this from last few months, so I'm able to enter. But you just see this. You'll see this pattern very much forming in gap down and gap up. In gap up, what will happen? In it will form on the top. I'll go for put. I'll just if it is there. Yeah. Now see here. This is I don't consider much gap up. There should be a gap here, full gap. Now this is a perfect gap down. See here. Opening is above PDL, but closing is below PDL, right? So if the low is taken out, you will have a perfect entry. Or you can plan when it goes back to the day high and then you see a reversal, you can plan your entry. So this is your Camarilla. This Camarilla breakout will work for you downside L4. But then if the gap is not much between L4 and PDL, you wait for these two levels to come out. I've seen people just enter here and then from PDL it will move back and then they get into stop loss or this one. Now tell me, you see a gap up, right? Full gap up, but what happens? It came down. Why? So first candle, do it's a gap up. You see signal sellers got heavy, right, on the first candle. It's not a bullish candle. Now go back here. You will see something. So if you are doing trading and you're not doing, if you're not doing EOD, you will see the problem. See this cluster zones. Price down, price down, price down, right? See here, price came here down. So price again opening in the same zone. So if you see, I'll tell you the way what happened to this pens in this. So if you see, array, what happened to this? Okay. I have never used this pen. Okay, let me open something else. Otherwise, it will kill the time. I'll just show you what I'm trying to say. Okay. Suppose this is a chart of 16. Bank Nifty was here. It went up, and then from here it took resistance. It fall down. Okay. Next day, price opened here. It came down. This is 17th. Okay. Then 18th, again price opened here and came down. So what do you observe here? So this area is acting as a supply zone. Now on 19th, you see the price close here and you see a gap up opening here. and this is a green candle also. Say example, green candle. Forget about red. What you will do if you have not checked? No, if you have not checked this part, suppose you have not checked this part, what you will do? You will enter, right? And you enter, and then what happens? Dung. Unless you have a massive force to take it up, right? So 16th price fall down from here. 17th price opened just near to that, came down. 18th price opened here, came down. So 19th, if there is a gap up, make sure this is taken out. Let you may feel okay. I have lost this candle was 80 points. I have lost 80 points in my trade. You may feel that, but there's a probability high that this 3 days sellers who were here, they'll again become active and may bring it down. And no time your SL will be taken out. But if the buyers start entering here and their SLs getting hit, you join these buyers here above their SLs, and then you see your rally. Huge rally will come. So in Bank Nifty, if you wait and enter, you have a huge momentum trade coming up. But if you just jump directly, you may see the moment you enter, it becomes red. Your PL will show red, right? Minus, it is saying minus for that trade. That's all because we ignore important levels to enter. Similarly in gap down, right? So suppose price came here Monday, this 16. Now I'm just giving another example. Price opened here, came here, went up. Price opened here, went up. Price opened here, went up. Then there is a gap down. What you will do? You will enter put. I will not enter here. I will wait for this level to come out because 3 days the price has gone up. There is a high probability that price will still move up unless we have a good force coming from the seller to bring it down. So this part clear now? Gap up and gap down. शिवा संजय डाउट है तो अब 9:30 इज ओके आप 9:30 के बाद ट्रेड लो आपको ऑलमोस्ट नॉइज खत्म हो जाता है यू सी है ना दिस जस्ट हाँ सी दिस एग्जांपल अभी जो वी आर टेलिंग राइट जस्ट सी द एग्जांपल इज हियर मार्केट ओपनड हियर इट केम हियर नेक्स्ट डे हियर राइट that means there is a strong here then again market came see again market got rejection from this price just see this so this you have to mark 6th price rejected here 7th you have a gap down price didn't even come back to here 8th price has gone back to this level but didn't close it up इसको ऊपर जाने ही नहीं दिया सेलर्स ने राइट सो दिस इज बिकमिंग योर इंपॉर्टेंट जोन नाउ नाइन्थ में अगर आपका इफ यू गेट अ गैप अप हियर wait for this zone to come out this is important suppose it's open here and you entered here it may come down so अगर आप इसका वेट करोगे जितने भी जितने भी एसएल्स लगे होंगे सिस्टम में ना यहाँ पे एसएल है then you have SLs here then you have SLs here all these people will be afraid and they will start squaring off then what will happen the new they will become buyers and you join the buyers and new buyers will join and then you see a very fast movement upside similarly downside also if you see rejections are down see rejected here again rejected here it got broke here right see here it came down but again you see a support here so do you guys do homework EOD homework आप 3 से 4 दिन का लेवल देख लो इंटरडे के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट रेजिस्टेंस जोन हम्म सो आपको जैसे if tomorrow I have to do trading right so what I will do is Now this is my high of the day. This area is important for me. This area is important for me. Low, right? And then I will check where are my other supply zones. अगर प्राइस नीचे आया तो कहाँ से घूम सकता है, अगर प्राइस ऊपर गया तो वहां से ब्रेक होगा या ऊपर टूटेगा वो देखना है. Today only gap up and gap down we have covered. I think yeah next session will do. ये क्लियर हुआ भाई, गैप अप गैप डाउन. Okay, so I was telling you two important setup, right? Just I'll show you, and trust me, you will love it, and you will see regularly it's happening. Siva, you're there. You're on mute. See, do you see this pattern? So whenever market goes up, it may go in max to max, 3 to 4 candles or 7 to 8 candles together, right? So whenever you see three big green candle and then you see a inside red candle, you just observe this in real time. You just mark this high. You will get a quick 50 to 100 points move upside on the bank nifty. Similarly, if it is coming down, suppose you miss this rally, okay? You have missed this rally. You have missed this rally. You could not trade. Now it has come down, and then you see a green candle forming here, right? So what is our assumption? Then now it will start going up, right? So there you look for an opportunity below this candle. You will see a good downfall coming here. You may earn a quick 50 to 60 points in your option. Have you observed this? Anyone? अरे क्या है ये? See this? There's a big rally, right? All red candles. Now there is if you have missed the trade here. You didn't take the trade. Now wait for price action to happen. You'll see one green candle happening. So whenever market goes up, 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 you'll see one red candle. Then it will again go up. Whenever market comes down, 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 you will see a green candle. Then it may go up, then it may come down. So moment it breaks this down, you will see a movement. So I'll just show you. You have seen this example, right? Then you'll see here. See here. Do you see here, Anil? Yeah. And now, right? Yeah, yeah. Now see this. This candle, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven green candles, right? Now one red candle is here. Wait for it. Wait for this to in happening. You may enter here with a small stop loss here, and it will price will move up. Just see this in real time. Don't trade it, but just see it. Once you feel comfort, then you try. See here. See this. It will not fall straight. There will be a halt. So whenever there is a halt, you will see some green candles between red. Wait for that. Again, it will come down. You see here. See this. So if you feel I have missed the trade, wait for this pattern to form. You'll get another downside. Similarly, you'll get another upside here. ठीक है? और एक pattern जो I'll show you. So this pattern is clear now. This which I explained. So if there is a rejection at lower side and there is a bullish candle appearing here, the high of this you can enter and go with the day high. and then you can trail your stop loss. Okay, and there is one famous pattern which is given by Power of Stocks channel. Subhasis. He follows one pattern is his pattern is the first candle. Where is that? If this is a bearish candle, manaf any first candle of the day is a red candle, you enter short here, you will see a quick move of 50 plus point in Bank Nifty. If you want to do a scalping, then you can try this. Or then if you want to convert this into a trade, then you have to wait for, you can do trailing stop loss. If you see this candle, this is the first candle, okay? Enter at the low. If the stop loss is big, you can reduce 50 points SL in your, this is what Subhasi says, 50 point SL in your options, and then 100 points targets would be in your options. So you can target 1 to 2. I'll show you more trades here. No, he is more kind of seller, so he sells only. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. He told that if you want to be a buyer, means if you want to do buy, so what you can do is this green candle, right? What his logic is, what I'll tell you. Let me open. His logic is, so this is your green candle, okay? First 5 minutes your green candle is formed. Then you have another green candle. It's all green, okay? Green candle. Then you get a small red candle. Mark high and low of this. So this is again green. If the price comes down, you enter here. So wherever your red candle form first, right? It may be the first candle, it may be in the center of the trade. That first candle low is you can enter. And if in the daytime again the price comes, you can take one more trade. Same level. Stop loss you can put high of this candle. Similarly, he said if you want like uh, green side, suppose I'll just show you. There is that. So this is a green candle, right? So mark high and low of this, enter at the high of this. Yeah, enter high of this. So that is for buyers. So he is mostly a option seller. So what he does, he looks for. So when the first candle it may, so when the now here the which is the red candle first here, this one, right? So he will enter short here, and he gives stop loss to market. So his stop loss is fixed. It will be here. If this trade doesn't go in favor, he'll cut off the trade and come out. But in the daytime, again, if it comes down and break this level, this low, he will enter. Now, in entire day, he didn't get that opportunity. So he will have only one trade, and that got SL. But if you see, there is a video, 5 minutes red candle strategy by Suvasis. Someone has, leaked the can his paid course has been leaked out, I think. Now you see this, you enter here and how much movement it gave you? 246 points. So his success rate, what I have checked is out of 10, you will get around 6 to 7 in your favor. Then you will not get trade in one or two, and one or two you will see SL. But overall, your weekly close will be green. Okay, sorry, क्या बोले? हाँ, स्टॉक में टेस्ट नहीं किया उसने, उसने इंडेक्स में किया है। 5 EMA, I'll tell you in next session what are the loopholes. If you bring out that loopholes, you can enjoy 5 EMA strategy also by him. So today we have covered gap up, gap down. Then yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Go ahead, go ahead. Why I'm considering? 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me stop this. 1 minute. So let me stop pivots. Let me off this. It's okay. Okay. It will. Okay. Yeah. It is somewhere right here. I think style. Yeah, yeah, styles. Labels are there. I think maybe it is not showing the old. Here you have. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, tell me. Oh, high Heineken. I am not using high Heineken because I'll tell you. The problem is the price. Na, it doesn't. It confused me with the price. You know. Uh, okay, now this is high Heineken. Okay. So this is your L3. This is your L4. Hmm. Yeah. So that you see happening in high Heineken. Okay. I'll let me. So you're saying if it breaks here, it will definitely come to L4. So, hmm. This is L3 and this is L4. Okay. No, it's coming here only, na. See, hmm. See, this is what? This is very narrow, so it doesn't give any. Uh, okay. But is this price allowing you to do option trading in Heiken? Is it matching for you? Okay, because see, Heiken is a noiseless trading, right? Because Heiken will give you full one side signal and it'll give you a if you it will give you a signal that I'm changing this kind of doji kind of candle will form and it will tell you yeah. So I I have not traded Aikenishi, but let me try. No, no, it's a good one. See, these all sessions are to jointly learn, right? So if you have seen good results in Aikenishi, we can also check out. Not a problem. At, no problem. So today we have covered. I'll tell you. Today we covered PDH. Sorry, gap up and down, right? And you have to see your important left side, right? Left side is very important for right side trading. Okay, and this one you. Try out and let me know the feedback on this. If you see here that this one, if you one the green candle is going up and then suddenly you see a inside small red candle, you see you will get a good movement upside. Similarly, if you see the candles coming down, 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 you will see one small green kind of candle forming, and then if the low is broken again, you will see a good downside. So observe this, and I think if you follow that pattern only, you can make good money. For that, you don't need pivots. Pivots is required because you'll get the support. You'll get the support level. Okay, Sanjay, any question? Sib. Oh, Sonika have joined. Hello, Sonika. सिब हो या सो गए? सिब चले गए? ओके, ठीक है, नेक्स्ट सेशन फिर से कैमरा रिवाइज कर लेंगे. ओके, ठीक है. हाँ, मुकुल मुकुल भाई का ये. इसमें सब है. वट एवर यू वांट यू कैन पुट हियर, राइट? You can use floor pivots, you can use Camarilla pivots, you can use VWAP, moving average, PIMA, everything is there. Hello. Oh, no problem. I'll share it here. We just discuss on gap up and gap down. So next one we'll discuss on other opening setups. Okay. Uh, then thank you. Have a nice weekend. Good night. Happy Friday. Monday morning coming up. I think tomorrow just wait for these labels. Bank Nifty may fire up tomorrow. सेब कहाँ गए? ओके, चलो. थैंक यू. थैंक यू. नो प्रॉब्लम. थैंक यू. या बाय.